So I think it's time that we move on because at this point we say let the people speak, but this time it's let the people speak secret sauce style because it is a
Ooh.
secret sauce episode, folks. And this is where we actually get people that have been following you, watching you, and want to actually be on screen with you to ask you a question. I would say face to face, but I'll say screen face to screen face. So we'll bring up Joey first, and we'll have him ask a question for you. I will disappear for a little while, but Joey, do you want to ask a question to Joe? And Joey, meet Joe. Joe, meet Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Hey.
How you doing, Joey?
Doing well. So I've been immersed the last week in a madness of listening to every single solo album from the beginning.
Wow.
And so I was trying to understand the evolution, right? Because instrumental music, it seems it's very different from normal rock music where you have the vocalist. And it's been a long time since you recorded under the solo name a song with vocals, like Flying in a Blue Dream, and you abandoned that at some point. So I wanted to understand that motivation, because there must have been a point in time when you decided there is this genre of clean guitar music that doesn't need vocals, and you created it and you sort of established it. So would love to hear if that was a business decision, if it was something that you just wanted to do creatively. I'm sure you had great reasons behind it.
Yeah, well, I guess the explanation has to do with the fact that I came into the instrumental angle by accident. I was in a band called The Squares, where I was like the second lead vocalist. I've never really been a real singer. I can vocalize, but my lead singer, Andy Milton, he was like a gifted real singer, you know, like Sammy Hagar. They're just a special type. And so it was always a bit difficult for me to step up to the mic and sing. I was making instrumental records for myself. When Steve insisted on connecting me with Cliff Coltrane at Relativity, I thought it was the longest of long shots ever. But all of a sudden, I had a hit record. I'm playing with Mick Jagger, and people want me to do more of it. And I thought, well, this is great fun, and I don't have to sing. So I felt kind of relieved. But my manager, Mick Brigden, said something to me one day when I was recording the Flying in a Blue Dream album. He said, if you've got something to say, then step up to the mic and sing it, you know. But if you don't feel pressured that you need to sing for some sort of music business reason. And that was the best advice I got. So I looked and I thought, well, do I really want to sing a song like I Believe and Big Bad Moon and Ride? And I really felt compelled to do that. I had a good reason to do that. And so sometimes I approached it like, I think my audience knows I'm singing in character. I'm not trying to be a lead singer. Everybody knows I'm not a lead singer. So I'm doing this just to make the album more interesting, to broaden the canvas for me to play guitar on, because the guitar playing that I could play on a song like Strange or I Believe, very different than if it was an instrumental. I'd have to kind of rein it in a little bit more. But having vocals to bounce off of gives you an extra freedom, I think, to express yourself. So I never thought that the vocals would ever like open a new door commercially for me, because over and over again, I get reminded that I'm not a singer. And I can tell you this one story that was just so perfect. We're recording the first Chickenfoot record, and we did a lot of background vocals together. And one day we're recording at George Lucas's studio, and we go out there to sing around one microphone, and we do one take, and engineer comes on the headphone and says, okay, Sammy, could you step back about 3 feet? Okay. And Joe, could you step up about 2 feet? Right. And anyway, long story short, by the time we get the balance right, I'm like this close to the microphone. Sammy's like back there. You know, Chad is like 3 feet behind me. Mike, of course, is like in the other room. I mean, this goes to show you that real singers have a way of projecting, and I don't. and it was we were cracking up so much we could barely get the part recorded, because it was just so funny how small my voice actually was compared to Sammy. You know, we had to put him like way back there. So I always remind myself when someone asks me to sing, I go, oh no, come on, let's forget about it.
Yeah. So Joe, for me, it was a very freeing experience to listen to vocal-free instrumental guitar music. When I found in 1992 the Extremist album, that became a complete game changer for me. So I then went back and found the other albums, but it always stood out. Besides the sometimes overwhelming personality of a voice, it sometimes hijacks the song, and that's just not possible if it's instrumental. So I truly enjoyed that. Thank you for that.
Well, you're very welcome. And you illustrate a very good point. The instrumental music really gives freedom to the listener to put their own story into the music. And that's why it's always been, for as long as history records people making music, instrumental music has been a driving force in all societies around the world. It's a big deal. It doesn't work as well with this visual medium, you know, that we're in right now, where it's all about people looking into the camera and singing, you know, and talking and doing whatever. But it won't go away because of that thing that you mentioned. It allows people to put their own story into the music, and it becomes their own that way. So thank you for liking that record. I put a lot of work into that album.
That's cool. You've been a pioneer in obviously the whole genre of guitar-driven solo albums as well. So thank you, Joey, for asking that question.
Thanks,
I'm
Joey.
going to
Nice to meet you.
Hello, folks. Roxie here. Thanks for watching the video. And if you liked it, hit the subscribe button or one of the videos around me to watch more. If you'd like to, please leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, maybe you'll forget how to type.